Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. In today's video, we are actually going to have very interesting discussion. Please watch the video from the beginning up the end. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. I'm even smiling. I'm smiling because, first for one, at least the fisherman is going to sleep there again today. And also, secondly, we are coming very closer to actually to know the top financer of Kintu. So please watch the video from the beginning up the end so that you actually understand what we are going to have a discussion in this video today. Remember to put a notification bell. Let's start this video. I always tell people that actually do not waste your time fighting with a person who have money than you. In most cases, he always just sympathizes. And there are actually individuals who don't understand that. When I see individuals who are trying to fight a travel commando in this village, I actually sympathize with you. Because you see, when he comes out and react, you really see even people hiding themselves. I'll be showing you some clips in this video today. I would really want to encourage the youth in this village of Nyabohansi. Please start doing the right thing. You are calling for problems towards you yourself and to your entire family. Because if at all they take you to court and they tell you now to pay the cost, would you really, your family, would they really be in position to pay the travel commando? Will your family really pay? So there are actually individuals, young boys, who are actually being misused by some individuals outside there because of their own interests. They're using these young boys, in a very bad way. Very bad way. And it is not actually right. These people are trying to improve their village, being spearheaded by the travel commando. And now, these groups of, I even don't want to call them those names, but, they are trying to want to cause commotion in this village, to deteriorate the development that is actually coming in this village, which is actually not right. And when the travel commando comes out and stand very strongly to protect himself and the entire family, people start calling him all sorts of names. That is using his financial muscle, is using his bribing. Even when he's not bribing the police, you will see people saying he's bribing the police, he's doing this and this. You have now seen how people have actually abandoned the so-called Kintu in the police custody. They fail to raise the money. They fail. And you can imagine the money that they're saying that they need in court is actually $1,000, which is not true. They say in Kenya shilling, they're saying 100,000 Kenya shillings. It is wrong. It is not true. The money they want is not 100 Kenya shillings. The money they want is actually 50,000 Kenya shillings, not 100,000 Kenya shillings. You know? So these are scammers. Now I saw they are making videos and they are saying they actually want 100,000 Kenya shillings. Please, that is not the money they want from court. You know? They want 50,000 Kenya shillings, not 100,000 Kenya shillings. Get it right. These boys are scammers. They are scammers. And actually, I've now seen that a lot of individuals, including the so-called the reactors, are now coming in. You know, that, you know, Kintu did bad to go and attack the travel commando at the construction site of Brian. What did he actually want from there? You know, they are asking themselves a lot of questions. You know, others are actually saying that, you know, let him sell the motorcycle to bail himself. You know, others are saying let him sell land to bail himself. Those are the same groups of people who are actually been encouraging this man and cheering him up. I saw this lady called Muzungu what? That one. You know? Also let him face the law because he is not reasoning. His brain is not helping him. A lot of the so-called the reactors are actually, you know, turning against. Because I was watching one of the videos of the so-called the reactors. You know? Gaity himself was saying there is nothing much we can do. You know, the law has caught up with it. So, the fisherman has been moving around and causing problems. And these are the very individuals who are cheering him. And we always say that the day you will fall into the problem, you will see how people will run away from you. Because actually, there is nobody who always want to associate themselves with wrong individuals. Nobody. You know, nobody want to associate themselves with wrong individuals. You know, I really wonder what's wrong with this guy. What's really wrong with Kintu? He's mentally not okay, or he's just, instead of having a brain, he has porridge in his head. Let me tell you, however much you're so desperate for views, there are certain things you need to use your common sense that actually, when you do such a thing, you cross the line. You know? You cross the line. You can imagine if he was beaten badly there at the construction site. You can imagine if he was beaten badly. If he was beaten badly, what do you think would have happened? And let me tell you, these individuals, if he comes out, he will do the same thing. He will do the same thing. Because we have seen when he came out from police custody last time when David Jr. took him, they took him there. Actually, when he first came back, his rate of doing things somehow reduced. But this time around, when he went to these countries that he was also, you know, moving around, that he's traveling, when he came back, he became so wild. Very desperate for views. And in today's video, we are actually going to expose, you know, how this guy is getting his finances. In this video today, we are going to expose how Kintu is actually getting his finances, you know, and disturbing people in the community. You know, one of them was in court. You know, he was in court looking like he's confused, looking like he's mentally disturbed. You really see that this is a person who is taking some weird things. That's not actually making him okay. He's very disturbed. And these are the individuals who are disturbing the travel command in the village, in the community. You look at him and you just sympathize. Yeah, but now you look at this one. You know? A boy with no brain. You know, sometimes when I look at this boy, it's real. I'm like, but now you know? But you find them spreading only, you know, useless information outside there, you know. Let us also actually watch this clip. You know, sometimes really when I look at these boys, I feel like, you know, let's watch this clip, and then when I come back, we shall continue with this video very, very strongly. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to this platform, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support this platform. Let's watch this clip, and then let me come back.
They to my people that going to have been given a bond of 100,000. So willingly to support to the people who wanted to support the game to so that he's gonna be. Guys, here we have fuck off. Can just see that is a Yamaro, guys. That is a Yamaro. I don't know where he's heading to. Let me check. We have just gone. Things are so hard. Even me, I'm just here, but I'm keen because I don't know if they're gonna be coming for me because they're gonna be putting what you call cyberbullying. So let me go and check on what's just ongoing. I'm going to update you 1, 2, 3.
So actually, you have watched that clip. You see how the boy is behaving. So I see how he is conducting himself. You know, he's behaving like a rat. He's behaving like a rat. He even knows that actually he is on the wrong. He knows it. But he will continue doing wrong things because he's so desperate for money. You know? Look at the way he was conducting himself. Look at it. You know? Look at the way that boy is conducting himself. So if I any peeping, he has passed. Maro has gone. Maro has done this. You know? Look at that character. So how can you change such a person? Because first of all, his level of education is low. He's low. But he knows that he has issues. He does not want to be arrested. Are you seeing? The man is there very scared of the travel command. So these individuals, when they're in their videos, they talk with a lot of energy. That they don't fear. So what is now that? Are you seeing now? You know? These are individuals who talk with a lot of energy. So now, why was King to trembling in court? You know? Why was he so scared? Very scared. But when you tell them that, please, you conduct yourself well, they don't listen. They don't listen. Just after some little money, making them could cause problem. You can imagine somebody giving you $5, you ride a motorcycle from Nyabohansi, you know, a very long distance, from Nyabohansi to another village to go and cause issues because of $5 they've given you for transport. This is unbecoming. It is not right. $5. The man is riding a motorcycle from the village of this Nyabohansi up to where the travel commando is constructing. And you come out to say you have come to, you know, accountability for what, first of all? If actually want to see that people don't reason. Kintu is being used like a fool, and he's a fool himself. Why do you accept yourself to be used to that level? Now you start sleeping. What if tomorrow again they fail to raise the money? What happens? You know? If you fail to raise the money, you will sleep there. You know, actually me, I wanted him to be there just. And now the people who have been cheering him, actually somebody was saying, you know, I told him that you stop doing those videos, stop going to the travel commando's compound, stop going around his fence. You are making that's a crime. The man was saying he's making videos on the road. He actually does not know that he's trespassing. He's trespassing. What's wrong with this guy? You know? And by the way, people are actually very tired of him. People are very tired. And probably does not know. Even some of his viewers are actually tired of him. Because now that he was in a problem, now people have come out to say, you know, we have been telling you. But the same people who are saying, we have been telling you, always go back to watch his videos. And by you watching his videos, you are encouraging him to continue releasing the same type of videos. You know? Then I saw some individuals saying, you know, there is a lady that the travel commando was moving with. You know, these so-called the negative reactors. They were saying that's the lawyer. That's the lawyer of the travel commando. Eh? Did that issue really necessitate the travel commando going with the lawyer? I was like, now you see these people. So when Mara goes with the lawyer, it's a problem. When other people goes with the lawyer in the court, it's a bigger one now. So these so-called the reactors and their supporters, they actually didn't want the lawyer for the travel commando to be in the court. That how can he carry a lawyer to such a case? You can imagine, you know, that how can Mara carry a lawyer to that case? There's a lady Marwa was moving with, the travel was moving with. And they're saying, you know, how can he go with a lawyer to that? How can he do that? Yeah? Travel commando is a bad person. How can he go with a lawyer? And I'm like, but now you guys, what's wrong with you? We have been telling Kinto that you stop provoking people, and you don't listen. And when the travel commando acts, you see them making noise. You know, that is being unfair. The travel commando is being unfair. Eh? This is his village mate, a village mate who want to finish you. That you can imagine what he's doing to his village mate. But when the village mate is going to attack him at the construction site, you guys, the so-called the supporters, they are just keeping quiet, they're jubilating that the man is doing the right thing. And when the travel commando acts, these individuals are coming out. How can you go with the lawyer there? How can he do that? How can he do that? How can he? And I'm like, but now you wait. What are you really saying now? So these individuals actually want the travel command to tie his hands, like, you know, you do whatever things that you want to do. It is not right. You know? So if you don't want something to happen to the fisherman or him to be taken to prison and, you know, be in jail, why don't you give him good advice so that he stops doing some of these things? I was able to see some of their comments. Some of them, they are saying, like this Muzungu something, that let him learn a lesson. Let this be the learn. Let him, from this, let it be a serious lesson to him. You know? So you are dishing him at the same time. When he comes back, you will be supporting him, encouraging him to do wrong things. Now you see how funny this story has really exposed these so-called negative reactors and their groups, their cliques, you know. And this should be the eye-opener to the so-called the negative reactors in the village, that when you're in a problem, you stand alone. And it is actually a high time that you guys, the so-called the negative reactors in the village, you should start thinking twice. You should. Because the day the travel commando is going to act very, very seriously, you may not like it. Now you see how that one was hiding himself. If you are strong, why are you hiding? You know? Let me tell you, see, you can talk, you can brag. You can speak anything you want to speak on your camera when you're alone. You know? When you're alone and you're not in a problem, you're with your camera. But when you start now having an issue, even when they are not looking for you, you may think somebody is behind you. You have just seen what has happened to that boy there, that confused boy. But all this is because of having bad groups, bad influence. You know? So the people who are coming out to actually start blaming the travel commando for arresting Kintu, I can assure you, you are in the wrong part of the story. You are in the wrong part of the story. That this is a similar issue that needed a discussion between two of them. Why do you involve a lawyer? And I'm like, but wait. Some of these people, do they actually reason? Somebody who is insulting my parents Monday to Monday, talking about my family Monday to Monday, and then when I arrest him, people start coming out to accuse me that I'm actually wrong. Is that really right? And these individuals have been watching his videos, and instead of actually stopping him, some of them, they were encouraging him. You are the real G. You are the real G. I saw one of them came today in my platform. You know? And I'm like, this one who called himself that he's a retired policeman from UK. He came here with his madness in my platform today. You know? That who gave you the information? Why do you want to know where I get my information from? Why do you want to know? You need to be very, very careful. Because actually there are issues that we are not going to tolerate. When a person is wrong, you are wrong. And that is what we are always here to say. When you are wrong, you are wrong. And we have been saying that. You know, you cannot be in position to be fighting a person who is actually helping you, a person who has built your platform, he has ever fed you. Then you come out, you are rubbishing everything. Most of these individuals actually grew up at the travel commando's place. It is the truth. This is not a lie. Including the so-called defect teacher. Even Gaity has been there. You know? You can imagine. But they actually don't think. They have completely no respect. No respect. The so-called fisherman has reached the level where he has reached. It is because the travel commando was able to hold his hands. It is the truth. These are not lies. These are facts. You know? So why should you really do such a thing? Why? Greed should not don't make greed to lead your way. It will lead you to destruction. It will. It is actually very, very bad. Very, very bad. People need to act wisely. People need to act wisely. I really sympathize with a lot of these villagers. Because actually they don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They are completely blindfolded. They cannot see beyond where they are stepping. And the person who is actually bringing light to this family, is to this village, is actually the travel command. And that is what they don't understand. That when you bring this guy down, you are bringing a whole village down. If you give him the necessary support, most of these families will actually shine. People are constructing in this village. Most of this construction is happening because of the travel command. The effect. Even if he has not given you a shout out or he has not hold your hands, But that is his effect moving in the village. If this village was not, if the travel commando was not in this village, let me tell you, nobody would even be knowing them. Nobody. But he came out and opened every. Now you see the type of roads that are coming in the village. See the type of roads. You know? He is changing the narrative in the village, which some people actually do not accept. I'm really very happy to see that some of the so-called the reactors in the village, they are now admitting that actually Kintu was wrong to go and attack the travel commando at the construction site. For the first time, some of them are now coming out to say that he was actually wrong. And you know, unlike this one, the one with a big head who does not reason, he's just a, you know, just a bogus man altogether. Cuckoo man. Hey, he has done wrong to arrest him. He has somebody who is going to attack people in another village. This is a man who goes to the gate of the travel command. It is wrong. It is very, very wrong. Learn to condemn wrong things when you see them. Do not wait when there is a problem, then you come out to open your mouth. You know? Because it is not going to help you, even you yourself. If somebody was going to your gate, your home, and is there to attack you, to attack your family, would you just fold your hands and you just look? You just fold your hands. And now when the travel commando acts, you see people coming out with their long mouth, you know, talking everything, you know. Please. This guy have really, really, you know, provoked the travel commando for the longest period. For the longest period. So even when his sister was crying, she was crying because her brain does not work. Because even herself, she would, you know, even her needed to be put in prison. Because even her, she talks badly about the travel commando and the entire family. So what was the need for her to cry in court? Why was she really crying? So when a problem comes, you want now to deceive people that actually know how to make noise, to cry around and know. There are actually individuals who don't listen. There are individuals who actually don't listen. Now, you know, the travel commando has really tried his best to ensure that everything is moving very, very well in this village. But let me tell you, there are people who are actually financing wrong things to counter him. And in today's video, I'm really going to give you a little inch about it. You remember the wife of Kintu left Kintu, and she came out and said there is actually a lady whom Kintu always talk with each and every day. Even at night, they talk. And Kintu does not care whether his wife is listening or who is listening. He does not care. That lady is actually from Texas, USA. The lady is from Texas, USA. That lady, she's the one who is sponsoring the fisherman, the so-called the Kintu, to actually do wrong things. Now, first of all, that lady is the one who bought for the fisherman the motorcycle. That very lady. She's the one who bailed Kintu when he was arrested. You remember when Kintu was arrested? She's the one who bailed Kintu with 1,000 US dollars. She's the very one who is actually helping or financing the construction of the G Castle. You know, that is the very lady. That is the very lady who actually made King to chase this wife. That is the very woman. And this lady is actually from Texas. I want to send a very, very strong message to you. If at all she happens to watch this video, that I can assure you we are now 1 or 2 steps very closer to know who you are. 1 or 2 steps very closer in actually knowing exactly who you are. Knowing exactly your home, the area, the plot number, and everything where you are. We are 2 steps very, very closer to you. I'm sending a very, very strong message. Then don't make us to air out the details of actually where you stay, because you are financing wrong activity in this village and you are encouraging the fights in this village. And you are the causer, you are the source of problems to the travel command. I want to send a very, very strong message to you. We are very, very close to your door. Be very, very warned. I'm not going to repeat the second warning. The next time that we are going to be coming here, we shall expose your is it your home number, everything. We shall come with it. We are 2 steps closer to you. If you didn't know, you are from Texas and you are the one who is financing these issues, and actually she's the one who is mobilizing for the money to bail Kintu from the jail. The reason why the sister to Kintu has been talking so badly about the former wife to Kintu, it is because she is being supported by this very woman who is actually helping his brother called Kintu to do all this kind of nonsense in the village. So we don't have information about you, and we are left with a few things to come very, very closer to you. We are left with knowing your name, full names, full names. We are very soon coming to your pocket. When you look for us, we come for you. That is our motto. And we shall advertise your name here. If you want to be popular, you wanted to be popular, we shall make you popular. If you don't stay away from, promoting wrong things against the travel commando, we are not going to hesitate to come for you. And I'm saying that we are actually very, very closer in knowing who you are. You're a lady from Texas, and you're the one who is actually now breaking people's families here. You made Kintu to chase his wife. Now, actually, his wife is suffering with a child. You can unborn child. That woman needs attention as we speak. But because you were able to convince the fisherman to chase his wife away, now the woman is suffering. He is not providing, and the well-wishers are now the one taking care of his wife and the unborn child. And you are very happy in the USA. You are sending money, instead of putting money into right use, helping people in the village, people who are actually desperate. You are now very busy that you are the one who knows how to bail Kintu from the police. You are the one who knows how to sponsor wrong things. Be warned that the ball will come to your court. And I hope you like it. I hope you like it. You know, I don't really expect you to conduct yourself the way you are behaving. I don't really expected you. You know, if you love this man so much, why do you make him to go into these kind of things? You know, now suffering every time he's in prison. So are you happy to be in love with a fugitive? Are you happy? Is that the type of love do you really like? You know, you like? You know, that you're the one who is in love with a fugitive every time, every then he's in the police station. He's being arrested every time. You know? Is that what type of love is that one? Or you yourself a fugitive? You know? That is not love. You are just after destroying the future of this young man by, enabling him to go and do wrong things. You see, a person who tells you that I'm giving you this money, you go there. Go there and do wrong things. Is that a person who really loves you? The person who loves you will always want you to have peace. You know? A person who cares about you will always want you to progress in life. But a person who always want to, make you to be in problems each and every time. You are the one who is always running around in the villages, causing issues, causing chaos. You know, at first people thought that actually this so-called the king to man, when he used to walk at that road going to the travel commando's home and he passes through the wall fence going to the fish pond, people like, maybe he's just going to the fish pond. Of course, no, when people want to cover up. You know, that he was just walking going to his fish pond. This time around, he has followed him up to the construction site. Don't you really now see how this man is mentally is not well, or is just too obsessed with the travel commando that he cannot let it go, you know? So you from the USA, Texas, be warned. We don't want things to reach the level you want it to reach. But if you actually want it, we shall bring it to your court. You know? We shall bring it to your court. Please, you stop sponsoring wrong things here. You stop it. Stop making Africans to fight themselves. You are not helping, but you're a destroyer. You know? You think when people see this guy being arrested, taken to police custody, him suffering there, you think people are happy? People are not happy about it. And you are in the USA, you are causing all this. You are causing pain. You know? But because, the travel command also need to protect his own family, he need to act. Because if he does not act, this guy can do the worst thing. You know? You think you can come to this home of Kintu and you stay in that home with peace. Now, when people have known now what you're doing, you think you can come to this village and you have the peace? You think? Let me tell you, Africans don't joke. You will not have peace in that home. I can assure you. Because now people know who you are. You have made the guy to chase his wife. The wife is suffering. And then you are still sponsoring wrong things. And I hear she's saying that whether they want it or not, he will come out. She's ready to put any amount of money for Kintu to come out. That is not a good person. That is an evil wife, an evil woman. Very evil. You know? Very, very evil woman. Let me tell you, there are actually individuals in this world who are really evil. Very evil. You know? That whether they want to take him where he will come out, she's ready to put up the money so that this man can come out. let me tell you, whether he's to come out or not, first of all, he has got the test of his own medicine. And I can assure you, you are not rich. You are just deceiving this young man. Because if you are actually rich, you would have sent the money, because that's not a lot of money for a person who is rich. That's not a lot of money. If you are so rich, that money would have been paid today and the man is out. You are just using this young man for your own interests. For your own interests. And if you have not been addressed, today I've really put it on your face. You are trying to destroy the future of this young man. This lady, she's from Texas. The one who is financing Kintu, he's the one who bought for him the motorcycle. He's the one who is financing the construction of the so-called G Castle. She's the one who bailed him last time when he was arrested. The same woman. That is love. That she's showing love. By making the man to being arrested, taken to police, then she inject money, they release him out. Even the same thing with the so-called the lion. Even that one is having a sponsor. And that sponsor is from Jamaica, based in the USA. You can imagine. Somebody who is there financing wrong things. And they are happy they are happy seeing people fighting in this village. They are happy. Instead of the travel commando, being at the construction site, is roaming, moving in courts. The time that he was supposed to be at the construction site, supervising, ensuring things are flowing, he's there in the court. You can imagine. So sometimes we really have people in this world who are destroyer. For you build for them, they come and destroy. Because the travel commando, tried his best to build these young YouTubers in these communities. At least for them to start getting some income to support their families. That was the intention of the travel command. He wishes well for these villagers. But these individuals, their eyes are so wide like vultures. They're only after causing problems in this village. And now look at the so-called Lucas. He's called Lucas the Traveler. That is coming out to defend himself. What are you really now defending? What are you really defending? Lucas. Is it Lucas the Traveler? What are you defending? What are you? You don't even have shame. Lucas the Traveler. Is it Lucas the Traveler? You even don't have shame. You can imagine a man who was at the construction site recording. And after the incident, he disappeared from the construction site. And you're coming out to say that, I was not here. It was my time to leave. Your time to leave after causing a problem. Lucas the Traveler. If you are to watch this video, I've decided just to mention your name intentionally. So if you destroy the traffic, what will you benefit out of it? When you destroy your own, what are you going to benefit? You will be happy that you have been in position to cause a problem and destroying somebody. You will be happy about that. Let me tell you, the intention of these individuals, was for Kintu to go and provoke the travel commando and his team so that they beat him so badly, probably take him to the hospital, and then thereafter, they will actually use that as an evidence towards the travel commando. So that is exactly what these people wanted to do. So they wanted this man to be beaten, and they are recording, this other guy is recording, and then they use that as an evidence, probably to arrest the travel commando and cause now a problem to him. But let me tell you, God will always protect you know, people. God will always protect people. Because the travel commando has not done something wrong. You need to accept that. You know? Yes, I saw somebody saying, you know, you need to be careful when you're mentioning some of these things. Let me tell you, for me, what I feel is right, I'll always mention it. You know? If you have your own personal issues with the travel commando, you better come out and tell us. You know? That, you know, why are you supporting the travel commando? Why are you supporting? Why are you doing this? And I'm like, please, if you have a mental problem, one day I will teach you a lesson. You know? Because actually there are individuals outside here who, I think mentally, they are not even well. Just like the way you see the fisherman. So the intention of this individual, he wanted himself to be beaten, and then he uses that against the travel command, which actually he failed. And now it became the opposite. The result was not good. This was a planned thing towards the travel command and his team. It was a planned thing. You know? But now, things turned up. It became a different story. And now the fisherman was arrested and he slept there. Me, I wish even they failed to raise that man. And you, lady, if you are to watch this video, you stop sponsoring wrong things. You know? You are so evil. That a lady from USA, your money, if you are really rich, you know, there are a lot of people who are suffering from Haiti, where, you know, Congo here, people are suffering, in camps. Why don't you use your money for right use? You know, instead, you know, you can imagine, you know that you go to line, you start watching somebody, and you know, you feel that is a person supposed to be now your husband. A man who is married, you are destroying homes here in Africa. You know? It's not right. So, individuals should actually stop, you know, talking badly about the travel commando for arresting Kintu. No. We are not going to allow such things. You know? When the man is arrested, you come out to start making noise. And yet, the individuals who are financing this, you know, it's not a lot of money. $5, you know, the highest is $10. And you find the fisherman will move from morning to, because of $5. Moving morning to morning looking for problems. You know? Looking for all the problems. It is not right. And I repeat, it is not right. Not right at all. It's not right. You know? Please, if you're this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment. And please, always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. You know, I really want to end this video here by saying, you know, thank you so much. And also, let me take this opportunity by actually welcoming our new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please always come back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate your big support to this platform. Also, let me send my greetings to all of you watching me from USA, UK, Canada, and all of you watching me from the Caribbean. Not forgetting good people here in Africa. Please, thank you so much. Thank you a million times. Thank you for supporting the growth of this platform. Actually, we hit, you know, 6,000 subscribers. That was yesterday. And I'm really, really very, very grateful. And thank you so much for always turning up to watch my videos. Let's meet again in our next video tomorrow. God bless all of you. See you again.